Hello everyone, it's your boy Drip Sauce, and today I'm going to be scaling the composite version of the Dragon Ball Cosmology. Now, do note that everything I'm using here is canon, which I will be making a video on this, but I just want to show you how far the cosmology goes, since a lot of people misunderstand and think Dragon Ball's cosmology is fodder or caps it like low complex. First of all, it's common sense to Dragon Ball's history. All the timelines are infinite. Both Dragon Ball Xenoverse, Dragon Ball Z Dokkan, even Dragon Ball Super in various data books imply or confirm the fact that there are infinite timelines. So I'm just going to leave the scans out here. They literally state that there are infinite timelines. So the infiniteness of the cosmology is already established. So these are just some of the scans that indicate an infinite amount of timelines. There's actually multiple other scans that say that there are infinite amount of timelines in Dragon Ball. So each timeline is outerversal to high outer because it transcends conceptual space-time. In these scans right here from Dragon Ball Fusions, it stated that the timelines are worlds that transcend space and time. It's conceptual because the realms beneath it already transcend the concept of space and time. Example, the afterlife, as well as Zeno's palace being conceptually transcendent of that. In the super exciting guide, it's established that the afterlife is a place without the concept of time, as well as transcending dimensionality, making it outerversal, right here. As you can see, the kanji for concept and time are shown. It's established multiple times that the afterlife is a place without time. Here is Shinji giving a better translation, as we all know, literally confirming that the afterlife transcends dimensionality and is a higher plane of existence relating to Buddhism. So it's an establishment that the afterlife is an outerversal place. The afterlife also has its own rules. That's why things like gravity or Kenkai's planet, whatever, are able to exist. So it's basically stated in this scan here that the afterlife has its own laws, so it doesn't form a contradiction for certain things existing. The afterlife is also a realm of enlightenment. Right here, it's consistently in the state of nirvana, making it outerversal, or layers into outerversal. It's also based off Buddhism, especially Asian mythology in relation to Journey to the West, Sun Wukong's story. So it would naturally follow the same cosmological order, logically speaking. So there are multiple other scans that prove that Dragon Ball follows Journey to the West, but I'm too lazy to send that, so I'll just leave this with you. Otherworld contains metaphysics as well, further solidifying being it outerversal. As you can see, metaphysical is based on metaphysics. Metaphysics means something that is abstract or transcending the laws of nature, which are concepts like time and space. The RPG guidebook is canon. You can see the scans here, literally stated to be canon, literally stated to extrapolate its information from anime and manga, etc. The other world is also stated to be similar to the one from Asian mythology again, effectively making it outerversal. The afterlife also contains higher dimensions. Now, this isn't referring to spatial dimensions or higher spatial complexities, but rather planes of existence, as in Buddhism that is how they are described. The word dimension is subjective in of itself. Koyama also confirms that it goes up to the 7th dimension, as you see right here. As you see in these scans right here, also confirmation that there are higher dimensions. Again, it's not referring to spatial dimensions, just planes of existence. Koyama confirming the existence of higher dimensions as it's stated in the data book. So Koyama's statements correlate with the data book. The Kaio realm is the 7th dimension, the Enma realm is the 6th dimension, and Hell is the 5th dimension. Koyama isn't referring to spatial dimensions, as he's consistently said that it's beyond dimensions in space. So Koyama even confirms that the concept of space doesn't exist in the afterlife, which would logically be true anyways, but Koyama is just supporting evidence, further proof that his statements correlate with the actual source material. So he confirms that Goku lives in the 3-dimensional world and then the gods live in the fifth to sixth planes. So here confirming again, planes of existence. Now the macrocosm transcends the afterlife. In multiple sources it's shown that there's an infinitely higher realm that encompasses the afterlife. The division between the afterlife and the Kaioshin realm is the realm that encompasses the entire afterlife. So logically, it would be infinitely bigger. So even Koyama confirms something like this. He says he feels it's impossible to destroy the infinitely large universe with the power of Broly. And he himself confirmed previously that Broly could destroy the macrocosm. So he believes Broly can destroy the macrocosm but not the infinitely larger universe, which would just mean that there is something infinitely larger, which, as I explained, is already implied here. So it's not headcanon anymore. It's also shown right here, as it's confirmed the Kaioshin realm is at the furthest reaches of the universe. So yeah, it's completely separate from the macrocosm. So this is not the same as this. So this is an infinitely higher realm. So yeah, they're contained in the neutral zone. So yeah, it's stated that the realm of the gods is a higher dimension than the afterlife. So I don't know which realm of the gods it's talking about. There's also a scan where it's stated that the realm of the highest god in the universe conceptually transcends the afterlife. So yeah, I don't know, like that would be high outer. And the way I like to see this, when it says highest god in the universe, is actually referring to Zeno's palace, because Zeno's palace views the macrocosms from a different realm entirely. The macrocosms are in the neutral zone, and Zeno's palace also has like the cloud under it, the golden cloud, which the macrocosm also has a golden cloud. So like it's trying to say like Zeno's palace views the afterlife the same way the afterlife views the normal universe, which would correlate with Koyama's statements of the highest god of the universe or creation having a realm that conceptually transcends the afterlife. So Zeno's palace would be high outer. So each timeline would be high outer going off of this, and as well as a scan that states the timelines transcend space and time, and we've just addressed why it contains high outer versal realms that already transcend conceptual space-time, making it more consistent with the fact that they are not actual timelines. This also becomes more apparent with the fact that they aren't temporally connected. The time machine works like a transporter to a different reality, and you kill someone in the past and it has no effect on the present. People in the future have no memories of things in the past, like Zeno not having knowledge of the tournament of power, so the timelines are called timelines as a name fallacy, and have on multiple occasions been called parallel worlds or realities rather than timelines. This also follows Schrodinger's cat multiverse theory, which is an application of Tegmark's framework, which asserts that a cat can be both dead and alive at once. In this case, all possible quantum events are realized, which backs up the fact that there are in fact infinite timelines. Dragon Ball also follows this Tegmark's Type 3 multiverse, essentially making it that there is an infinite hierarchy of these high outerversal realms. Naturally, this wouldn't be the case, as having Hilbert spaces indicate dimensionality, hence contradicting outerversal or above, but in Dragon Ball, realms can have their own laws, etc., that allow certain things to function. In this case, it would go off that theorem and constitute an infinite hierarchy of high outerversal realms. Here it's confirmed that it follows the Tegmark's framework right here. So more evidence of this is that Dragon Ball contains super dimensions, or Shojigen, because it's written in Japanese, so it has to be addressed as the Japanese name first before being translated to English. Shojigen is describing realms that are beyond the order or concepts of dimensionality, space and time, etc., as well as super spaces, which are infinite dimensional, are confirmed to be in Dragon Ball Heroes. But in Dragon Ball, the infinite dimensionality is an infinite hierarchy of high outerversal realms and would actually constitute it not being spatial, or temporal transcendences, but rather conceptual ones, since realms far below them are already beyond the concepts of space and time. Here are the scans to prove that. My internet is shit, so even versus battles goes into details about this, so yeah, there's a whole lot of scans, so now the time Kaioshin realm transcends all of this infinite hierarchies of high outerversal realms, making it boundless according to versus battles definition. But that's not all, because parallel quests are their own separate parallel worlds that exist outside of the time vault, and they follow the exact same quantum mechanics theorem, making an infinite hierarchy of high outerversal realms, which is a description, that transcends even the time nest and are their own separate realities. So that would be inconceivably into boundless. One layer of the hierarchy of the parallel quests is high outer in comparison to the time Kaioshin realm, meaning we have a boundless cosmology that is insane. Then we have realms that conceptually transcend that, making it above infinite layers into boundless. These realms aren't just high outer to the time Kaioshin realm, but high outer, making each layer above inaccessible layers into boundless. Now, there's an infinite hierarchy of these layers as we established using the Tegmark's function, as well as the Hilbert space transcendence that would constitute conceptual transcendences rather than spatial ones, making it immeasurable layers into boundless. Now, that's not all either, but it only gets more crazy from here. Dragon Ball's Super Legendary Encyclopedia confirms the universe tree transcends all of this as well, as each layer transcends the concept of space, further confirming that each timeline is in fact outerversal to high outerversal, as each layer constitutes of a timeline, making the universe tree above immeasurable layers into boundless. These are the scans for the universe tree in case you want them for yourself. The universe tree scan is from a website called the Dragon Ball Super Legendary Encyclopedia, which you cannot access out of Japan. And Shinji literally tried to send us a link to the website, but he immediately got blocked out of his Instagram. And as you can see, the website is pretty much licensed by Toei and by Shueisha themselves, so it's illegal to make fake licenses. You could go to jail like really quickly, so it's obvious that this scan isn't fake at all and is actually real. A tree of infinite dimensional spaces that are transcendental to each other infinitely. Each layer of the tree is transcendental to the very concept of space. First, there's infinite layers which are transcendental to each other infinitely, which backs up the insanity of the timelines being high outerversal as well as the infinite hierarchies. So the universe tree is above immeasurable layers into boundless plus. And it's written that Goku gets his power from this tree. That is Capsule Corp Goku. And it's in context to when Capsule Corp Goku actually absorbed power from this tree itself in order to fight the demon Fu. The guidebook isn't fake, alright? The same person that gave the translation for the afterlife for us, Shinji, who sent us the shot, said it's a website in Japan that's officially licensed by Toei. We know the license is legit, as faking a license, like I said, can get you jailed, and it happens really fast. You can read the rest of it if you want to. So basically, the statements and raw specifications of the statements come from Middle Track asking overpowered ass questions on a special Q&A session on the official Dragon Ball website that ended like around a month before this guidebook was even given to us by Shinji, or before the guidebook was probably even created. And Middle Track confirmed this is what he asked. So as Dragon Ball fans, we should be proud, as our efforts have been included into the Dragon Ball's canon cosmology, thanks to Middle Track. So you may be thinking this is where the cosmology stops, but it goes even beyond this. By the way, the Dragon Ball cosmology is stacked on top of itself. Like, you see the immeasurable layers into boundless plus. Now, there's another cosmology that's stacked on top of this. So, regular humans from Dragon Ball need avatars to enter into Dragon Ball Heroes. Beats World basically views all of Dragon Ball Heroes as fiction, as well as the Charisma World viewing Beats World as fiction, as well as the Real Japan viewing the Charisma as fiction. I don't know why I didn't send the scans here. I was just too lazy. Maybe I'll make another video going over the cosmology, and it's going to be edited. I just wanted to show you where the cosmology scales. So mind you, the cosmology is being stacked on top of itself, and the cosmology is already an immeasurable layers into boundless plus cosmology. So it's an immeasurable layers into boundless plus transcendence over an immeasurable layers into boundless plus cosmology, making it irrelevant layers into boundless plus. Anyways, Dragon Ball Super Goku is stated to be the strongest iteration of Goku, and he transcends the entirety of Dragon Ball Heroes, making him solo fiction in his base form casually. So here are the scans to prove that the Dragon Ball cosmology is stacked on top of itself. You can look at the scans right here if you want to. Yeah, so this is proof that regular ass humans from Dragon Ball need avatars in order to enter into the Dragon Ball Heroes cosmology. And here it's stated that Dragon Ball Super Goku is the strongest iteration of Goku, which means he scales above all of them. So yeah, Goku scales irrelevant layers into boundless. If you disagree, you are biased. So peace out.